Hey you, come here. I want to talk to you. Have you ever wondered why over 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? Think about it. You set goals like hitting the gym every day, saving $1,000 per month, or eating a healthy diet without any exceptions. And yet, here we are in January and you've already given up on your goal. Why does this happen year after year? The problem isn't your goals. It's the way you set them. In this video, we're going to be talking about why most New Year's resolutions usually fail, and more importantly, how you can fix them and transform your life today in 2025. Are you ready? Let's get started. Here's the truth. Most resolutions fail because they lack a proper system to back them, and they're super unrealistic. Let's break this down. Number one reason, you're setting unrealistic goals. Think about it. Do you honestly believe that you can go from never exercising to hitting the gym every single day on January 1st? Or that you can completely cut out junk food after a hangover on the 31st of December? I get it, it's human nature to aim high at the start of the New Year's, but it's unrealistic. But without realistic expectations, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're not David Goggins, and I bet you don't even want to be. All you gotta do is be true to yourself. Don't overcompensate for your setbacks. I remember I used to do this all the time. When I used to get that bad grade in school, I used to tell myself I'm going to get that A+ no matter what. There was no exceptions. Why didn't I just say that I'm going to do better the next exam instead of always aiming for that A+ afterwards? I would set myself up for a higher chance of success if I just said I'm gonna beat the exam I just had, and then create that winning self-image where I just stacked on all my wins. But no, I had to say that I have to get that A+, and I narrowed my chances of winning, which would only hurt me when the results would come out. Because I would study really hard, get that A, but because it wasn't an A+, I would feel guilty about it and feel like I failed. But let's turn it around. Let's say I just said that I'm going to do better than my last exam. Getting that A would have made me feel like I'm on top of the world. See? Don't set unrealistic goals. Along with setting unrealistic goals, second point is you lack a clear plan. It's easy to say I want to lose weight or I want to gain money, but what's your actual plan? How are you going to achieve it day by day? Without a proper roadmap, your goal is just a wish. I promise you, it's not just you. I used to be like that too. When I started my fitness journey, I wanted to be like one of the gym bros and just get jacked. But how do I get jacked? And my explanation was just working out every day. I had no idea about nutrition. I did not think about having a proper sleep routine. All I cared about was working out every day, and I thought I could get jacked that way. With zero research, along with having an unclear plan. We often rely too much on motivation. Trust me, I know motivation gets you started, but it won't keep you going. There will always be days where you don't feel like working out or eating healthy. And if you rely solely on motivation and discipline, you will burn out. I can give you a personal example here as well. I would want to diet so bad and eat super clean, but I had no system to actually do this. I would just rely solely on my motivation. For instance, I would just eat on the go. And as I'm eating, I would just put this information into an app called My Fitness app. But you know how much that work that is throughout the day? That's a lot of work. So because of this, I just kept burning out from writing every single food I would eat. And as a result, I would fail. Willpower alone would get me through about 10 days of proper dieting. And guess what would happen after that? You guessed right. I would burn out and just fail. Actually worse, I would rebound eat. So what I mean by that is, because I had 10 days of just eating clean, I deprived myself so much that I would just eat all the junk food in my vision. This is a very common phenomenon, so don't deprive yourself. Build those systems in place. Along with relying solely on motivation, here's the fourth point. The all or nothing mindset kills progress. Think about it. You eat that one unhealthy meal throughout the week and you feel like a failure. When you miss that workout next time, just think about why you missed it and work through it in an objective, systemic manner instead of that emotional lens that you have right now. For instance, let's say you missed the workout because you thought you had time after work. However, errands came in the way and you were not able to work out after work. So what you can do here is next day, set yourself up at work. So let's say during your break, you have an extra hour. So think of it through an objective lens. Maybe tomorrow you can work out in your break during your work, or just go for a run after work. Just a short run, 20 to 25 minutes. Set yourself up where you block time for this in the next day so you don't feel guilty and it's not the end of the world. You can continue progressing towards that 10-week, 12-week, or the whole year goal that you have in your mind. So now we talked a lot of trash on why your New Year's resolutions usually fail. But let's fix this and change our focus into how you can make them work. First, please focus on systems and not the goals. This comes straight from the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, focus on building systems where healthy habits become a part of your lifestyle. For instance, you can say to yourself and program this into your schedule, I will work out every day for at least 20 minutes. Or start to meal prep, where I will meal prep at this day of the week. So let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into this. So let's talk about my failure with dieting. I used to go on the go and just put everything I ate and plugged it into an app called MyFitnessPal. So instead of this, guess what I started doing now? I started actually meal prepping 3 days of the week. So my first meal prep starts on Monday, which is for Monday and Tuesday. Second one happens on Wednesday, which is for Wednesday and Thursday. And the third one happens on Friday, which is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And guess what? This never fails me. And I get to eat a variety of good, healthy foods. They're tasty too. Along with this, on Monday, I have fruits and vegetables prepared for the whole week until Saturday. Because Saturday and Sunday, I sometimes do a cheat meal. So with this schedule, I allow 2 cheat days in the whole week. So for instance, let's say I forgot to take one of my meals during Wednesday. What I'm gonna do is I'll just eat out, and that's my cheat day. So in conclusion, work on systems that work for you. Individualize them. Don't follow mine because it probably won't work for you. We're not the same people. Part 2, along with building systems to accomplish those goals you have in mind, also create identity-based change. This is a game changer, and let's think about it. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, start thinking of yourself as a healthy person. See that identity shift you just did? It's about changing your identity, and the behavior will just start to follow. It's about changing your identity and how you see yourself. When you say, I want to be fit, that just shows that you're lacking something. But when you say, I'm becoming a healthy person, there's a little bit of optimism there. There's a little bit of growth potential there. Do you see what I mean? When you identify as a healthy person or a person that's becoming healthy, your actions will naturally just start to align with that identity. Think about it. If you wholeheartedly believe in something identifying you, your behaviors will align in that way. Let's say you identify yourself as being a family person. You're just gonna spend more time with family naturally, and you're gonna be known as that guy at work. But the main thing here is you have to truly, from the bottom of your heart, see yourself as a healthy person or a family person, like that guy I just talked about. So along with the identity change, you can also take advantage of the third thing, which is called neuroplasticity. Did you know that your brain is constantly rewiring based on your actions? The more you repeat your action or a habit, the stronger the neural pathways actually become for that action. That's why starting small and staying consistent is the key. You're literally reshaping your brain to adopt to new habits. So the next time you actually do these habits, it will become easier. This is why it's so important to not aim at an unrealistic goal, because you'll burn out and fail. And guess what? That neural pathway won't form. But if you make it sustainable, it'll form and it'll get stronger each time. And next time you can do something even more hardcore with your diet or your workout or whatever you're trying to build with your goals. So now that we talked about what actually works, here's how you can create that lasting change in 2025 starting now. Number 1, start small and build that momentum. Instead of trying to change everything at once, focus on small, manageable habits. For example, let's say you want to become a runner. Don't aim on 10 kilometers on the first day. Start with that 5-minute jog and build consistency of this habit first, along with starting small and building momentum. Set 90-day focus goals. Break your whole year into 90-day chunks. That's 5 chunks of 90 days. Instead of saying, I want abs by end of March, focus on actionable steps for the next 3 months. For example, let's say in January, you're gonna meal prep 3 times a week. And then in February, you're gonna increase your workouts to 5 times a week from 3 times a week. And then in March, you're gonna see the progress and adjust accordingly. I get it, this way you might not get abs by the end of March. But guess what? You establish the systems in place where you will inevitably get the abs in May at least. And that's summertime and you have abs instead of you failing and feeling guilty in the end of March. Number 3, track your progress. Keep track of your habits and your goals. You can do this by a journal, an app, or whatever works for you. Progress tracking helps you stay accountable and helps you track your goals to just see how far you've come. Because when you set that 90-day focus goal, that's still quite a far away. You can start adjusting it every week and it will work for you. As you know, progress is the best damn motivator out there. I remember when I first started that fitness journey of mine, and I used to see my tricep pop for the first time ever. It was the best motivator ever. Seeing my deltoid pop or my tricep pop or just having a little bit of a chest, I felt like I was on top of the world. It's like the craziest rush ever. I think just tracking your progress and seeing your progress is the craziest motivator ever. I think that feeling is kind of unparalleled. And guess what? This will keep you on track and you won't lose sight of your goals. All right, I get it. Setting goals, tracking progress, and seeing progress is amazing. But I want you to understand one last thing, which is extremely important. Please give yourself grace. Mistakes will happen, and that's okay. The key is to view mistakes and setbacks as a learning opportunity and not beat yourself up about it. You missed a workout, you ate some junk food, please don't dwell on it. Just get back the next day. I am a big advocate of giving yourself grace, because I used to not give myself grace at all. I used to talk so much shit to myself when the plan didn't go according to my plan. It was toxic and it wasn't sustainable. Yes, it worked initially and I was able to get those abs by dieting very extremely and also working out very extremely. But it wasn't sustainable because I was hurting my mental health. It would just lead to unwanted stress in my daily life. I'm so thankful that I started helping others in this fitness journey of mine, because it wasn't until I started helping others that I recognized how toxic I was to myself. When they made a mistake, I would be encouraging and find ways to help them actually improve for the next time. However, why was I not doing that to myself? And when I started reflecting on these things and I started seeing these things, I started being kinder to myself too. So remember, embrace setbacks. They are learning opportunities. Look at any self-made billionaire right now. You think they were never broke? They were broke multiple times. But guess what? They used that as a learning opportunity and kept growing. So 2025 is a fresh start for you now. But it's not a magic switch. Change doesn't just happen overnight. It's a process of gradual, consistent improvement. So please stop waiting for January 1st and the perfect moment, because there is no perfect moment. The only thing that matters is starting. Start building those systems. Start changing your identity. Give yourself permission to make mistakes along the way. Remember, it's not about massive transformations. It's about small and consistent steps that compound over time. So let's make 2025 the year that you actually stick to your goals. Not because you set those resolutions, but because you built a life-changing system in place. Journal about this daily before you go to bed, and live your goals daily through the vision that you see for yourself. So if you like that video, please like it and please subscribe it, and also share it with your friends and family that need to hear this. Let's continue to grow together.